Every week, we're going to talk about the people who impressed me with their performance. There's going to be a little bit of mix and special accolades for people who performed well in week 1 and moved up to week 2. So if you're a Ravens fan, subscribe for the best Ravens fan content on the internet. Now, let's get into it with 3 people who I think made a giant impact and deserve their accolades because they were just impressive and went above and beyond what I thought they were going to do in week 2. First, we have to talk about Geno Stone. Geno Stone had a great game and arguably, in my opinion, is the best player on the defense this week. He played an excellent game. He was all around the field. He had a big interception in the red zone, which really helped keep the Ravens above board when they were kind of struggling on offense in the beginning of the game. It was just a big play by a player that came in on spot duty, right? We all know that Geno Stone can play because he played well last year, but he hasn't been a starter because of the talent we have at the safety position. However, now we all can see that, and I'm happy that the Ravens got him on contract because he is a starting level safety in the NFL, and he's been showing this ever since he's actually became a mature NFL safety. And so I really think he had one of the best games of anyone on the field. I thought it was impressive. I thought the defense couldn't have been as great as they were without him. There's a lot of things you guys don't see, like, for example, what happens on the back end on the plays, right? A lot of times when there are plays that are short completions, you don't always get to go and see what's back there. But what you will see if you look at the film is you will see Geno Stone back there. Because of how the Ravens like to play defense, they always want to have someone back there to prevent the deep ball. That's why these last 2 years we've been really good at preventing the deep ball. Before, when we had Wink Martindale blitzing, we were really bad at it. It's just been something that I think has been awesome. Geno Stone showed that he can really play at a high level in this league, and he had the best game on defense. I can't wait till the PFF grades come out, and I really do think he has a chance to be in the highest rated player this week. He really was impressive. I hope he carries this on the next weeks because we really do need him to play at this high level until we can get some of our DBs back, like Marlon Humphrey. And I think that would be great. Honorable mention I want to talk about, because we are talking about DBs, is the play of Rock Ya-Sin. I thought he played great against the number 1 receivers. He got beat one time for a touchdown. However, he was a stalwart, and other players really disappointed me in the cornerback position this game and last game against the Texans. But he has been really impressive this game, so I want to give him a quick shout out. Next, we got to talk about Zay Flowers, man. Zay Flowers has been impressive for 2 straight games. Big play potential he showed this game. Last game he showed the ability to kill them with multiple cuts, Right now, he's the most impactful receiver on the team, and that's saying something because this receiving core is leaps and bounds better than any receiving core we've had with Lamar Jackson. And it's just palatable what this can be. Right, every route, yards after catch. He can be a gadget receiver. He can go deep. He really just has a talent that has been extremely impressive to me. It's just impressive most of the time. The only person now who can say that they're just as elusive is Zay Flowers. He takes plays that are 1 yard and he gets 5 yards from it. He really is running crisp routes right now, and I'm really impressed. It's kind of like if Marquise Brown could run routes and was a little bit slower. It's just really good, and I'm really impressed. And he's leading a receiving team that has been extremely impressive. Somebody in my comments, and I'm going to find it, I'm going to put it on the screen, and I'm only talking about this game. And I'll do another video talking about the best improvements, and this person is going to be on that list, right? But for this game, I'll have to give it to Todd Monken, right? And a little bit of it is also Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson has much more of a role in choosing play calls now. And the thing about Lamar Jackson is that he's not selfish, because a lot of times he's switching to runs. But Todd Monken has to get some credit because he is exactly what I think John Harbaugh wanted. He is going to be multifaceted. We didn't have an identity last week, and now we do, right? I think we are going to be the team in this league on offense that has the most looks, right, and performs them at a high level, just because that's how John Harbaugh goes. If we do something, we'll try to do it at a high level. The ability to run 2 tight ends at a high level, 1 tight end, 1 running back at a high level. We did a lot of different things in 5 wide or 4 receivers, 1 tight end at a high level. when we're all healthy, there's no formation that we're not excelling in. We need a fullback. Oh, we have the best fullback in football. We have the second best tight end in football. So we can do so many things with the tight end at a high level. We have a really good receiver room with 4 receivers on this team that are either number 1 or number 2 receivers, right? Odell Beckham, if he's healthy like he was when he was great, or even when he was with the Rams, he's at least the number 2. Zay Flowers looks like a number 1 to me right now, the way he's performing. Of course, we got players like Nelson Aguilar, who's the way he's performing right now would be a 2. It's just so many different talented players in the receiver room right now that I really think that we are definitely one of the better receiving rooms in football. We're not like top 5 because we just don't have that high-end player, but we are not in the bottom half, and I really do believe that. When it comes to running back rooms, right, we had J.K. Dobbins. We were probably the best overall running back room with, consistency and people who are actually going to get touches, right? Again, we have a high-end player that's a little different. I don't think we have a high-end running back, especially now with J.K. Dobbins gone. But once Melvin Gordon gets really up to speed, we're going to have 3 good running backs that have been productive in their niche, right? We can do anything. And then I'm not even talking about what happens when you give Zay Flowers a reverse, or Devin Duvernay a reverse, or a screen, or you playing Lamar Jackson, and when you back out because it's 3rd and 5 and you're trying to prevent anything from happening, Lamar Jackson says, okay, I'll just go get it myself. We can do so many things, and Todd Monken really showed that this game. Last game was rough. This game was great, and I want to give him his credit. So we can be a multiples offense. I'm excited for that, and that will have to be the thing we do great, because I don't think we do any one thing at a high level, like, for example, the Chiefs, who can pass the ball at the highest of levels because they have petrol. So you guys, let me know what you think about these 3 aspects of the game that I was really, really impressed with. I really think, guys, the way we showed what we can do in this game really, to me, made it feel like we probably are the cream of the crop in the AFC North, and we're going to be one of the top 3 teams in the AFC if we can stick it together and get these players who are injured back. Remember, the offensive line was injured, and I want to give a shout out to them too, because they blocked their tails off. So I'll talk about that in a separate video, because there's just so much to talk about from this video. So I'm excited, guys. As you can tell, subscribe, like, follow. If you're a Ravens fan, I make great Ravens content all the time. So thanks, guys, and go Ravens.